minute. Ah. Door shut. Oh man, almost got stuck in here. That's more like it. Ooh, just a little bit of dirt stuck to the bucket. How is this a rabbit? This is way too slow to be rabbit. We're gonna get over here and start taking some trees out. Yeah, the cab of this machine's buttoned up so good, it's literally the snow inside the cab. You love to see it. Make up my way across the field. Dun, 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 dun. All right, we're almost over to the trees. We'll start pulling them out. We got some stumps. We got some maples. We got some sucker trees. Little bit of everything. I don't know what this is. I left on vacation, and the other guy was running the loader here, so I wasn't able to help, so I don't really know where he's at or what's left to take out. Hey! Stay away from the cab. It's a good thing it was a little tree. That would not have felt good if that was a full tree. The only thing this thing's missing is a blade at the front, so I could stabilize. So I could have a little stabilization instead of just kind of rocking side to side. Looks like the top little bit of all the soil is a bit frozen. We haven't really had that cold of temperatures. Not too cold yet here in Michigan. Not too cold. That just looks like a clod of dirt. Could have some roots with it. Where are you guys watching from today? Where are you guys at? Let me know. A little stump in there. And for life. What are we doing here? So this is the edge of an orchard that has a wooded lot in it, right? So this had been cut for logging in the past, and they pretty much just left it stumped after they came and clear cut it. So all that's left over now is a bunch of suckers. And so what we're trying to do is maximize. You're from Indiana. Nice. This is northern Michigan. We're trying to maximize the amount of acreage that we have here on this chunk of land, so we can plant more apple and cherry trees in it here in the future. That's what I do. I am a farmer. But after the fruit farming season is over, we get to have some fun and operate some equipment and tackle some land improvement projects. So I'm really just taking these out so that we can work up this ground in the spring and make it favorable. We'll clean up all the roots, all the rocks, and then we will be able to plant some trees in it. Probably in a year, we'll have trees for this spot. So that's exciting. So I kind of just pan around until I find some stuff that doesn't belong. Then I rip it out. And then I can stack it up. That's cool. Thank you. Is it very cold in Michigan? Not really right now. It's only 28 degrees. Usually in December, it's really not too bad. But we get into January, February. We'll have some negative temperatures every once in a while up here. But like I said, with this thing having a cab on it, it's a pretty favorable job to have on the farm, I guess, this time of the year. So what do you guys do that you're just watching TikToks, watching YouTube shorts in the afternoon? Ooh, this little tree is. There we go. Leave it there with all the other stumps. Guys, don't forget to double tap the screen. When you guys like the video and comment, it tells YouTube that you're enjoying what you're watching, and then it'll send more friends for us to hang out with. So if you haven't double tapped the screen, please do. What's the temperatures in Indiana? I have a cousin that lives in Indiana, northern part. Just the northern part. Me and your family will be in the snow here in a bit. I bet. It's working its way south, slowly but surely. How far south in Indiana are you? Are you up toward Michigan? Or I mean, it's a long state. And I'll tell you what, it's a real bummer of a state to drive through when you like driving to Nashville. It's just straight and farmland. I remember when you're coming back hungover. It's like, whoa, that is the least fun state. Nothing to look at. Just driving back with a rager of a headache. You're from Canada. Where at in Canada? I'll be in Canada. When will I be in Canada? I'm going to Canada in April for a wedding. Going to Montreal. Oh, it's in the 20s? Yeah, it's about the same. Just no snow yet for you. Linton. I can't say I've heard of that. Timber. Now we're talking. Now we're getting some trees. This tree's a little too long. A little bit too big of a tree. So now we kind of wanted to start saving some maple trees, only if they were good. But when they get in this kind of area that they're at with what we're doing, they get only branches growing on one side because they're too crowded. So yes, maple trees are really good looking, and we like to save the maples. But when only half the tree has branches, the side that's facing out, facing the sun, it's not really a good tree to save. -9 Celsius. Holy, that is chilly. These trees look weak by the roots in the ground. Well, hydraulics are also very strong. You got to remember that too. Hydraulics are very cool because I can just push over a tree, take it out, carry it all the way back here. No, no, no. Oh, that tree, look at it. It just doesn't want to fall down. Lay down. There we are. There we are. There we are. Guys, can we get 10 likes on the live? We're only one away. How hard could it be? We have one more friend out there that wants to drop a like. This is just some little scrappy stuff. We'll set that over to this. Oh, 10 likes. It doesn't tell me who likes, but thank you, whoever you are. Number 10. We can get up to 15. Oh, 12. Oh, boy. Stuff's happening now. If we can get up to 50 likes, I'll do a snow angel in the dirt. Jelly, what's up? Now you're 10. Looky what we got here, he says. Are you referring to the machine? Referring to the machine or the snow? I know my man's really waiting for he's really waiting for some snow plowing. Rage. Hello, what's up? Welcome. Welcome, everybody. Oh, sometimes they just pop right back up. And when you get a bunch of these maples right next to each other, their root systems kind of overlap and cross, and they can be very much a pain in the ass to get out. Very much a pain in the ass. But, I think the soil conditions are just right. We got enough moisture that they're coming out pretty easily. Oh man, we're at 22 likes already. I should have bumped that number up. I think 50 might be too easy. Oh my God, did you hear my 7th grade voice just come out? 50 with a classic voice crack. Oh my God, you hate to see it. You hate to see it. This looks very fun. I enjoy doing it. I think it's a lot of fun. Pulling trees out. Hold on, I gotta add something here so people know. Let's do 50 likes for a snow angel. And I just wear regular clothes. How can I put this somewhere? How big is that? Is that huge and in the way? Start poll. Is that in the middle of everybody's screen? How do I get that out of the way? Can you say hi to me and your sis? Messy Bear, what's up? Big machines are just fun to ride. Why is it in the middle? How annoying is that? I can't make it smaller. Somebody teach me. I'm panicking. Oh, wait. Oh, we're figuring things out live. Why is it spun? How do I spin it back? Oh, shit. My fingers are too big. I can't make it any smaller. What if I put it over here? How's that? Is that good? All right. Things are happening. Is that a good spot for now? That way, when people come in, they can see what we're up to. They can see the shenanigans. Jelly, where have you been? What are you doing? 10 below zero here in Iowa. 15 inches. We were supposed to get 10 to 14. Oh, look at this thing. This thing is erect right now. We were supposed to get, on Thanksgiving Day, we were supposed to get 8 to 14. Some places got 6 inches, and other people. All right, we're back. Just got a kitten and some trace amounts of snow. Heck yeah. Also, no sound. How about now? It's because I got a phone call. Pauses the screen. It really drives me nuts. My orthodontist just called. All the folks probably left. I can't stand it. I almost have to buy myself a second phone just to go live. It's absolutely fine now. Yep. And usually that's what just happens. Bill Meyer, hello. I know you were in today. Yeah, I'll call them on that. It's good now? All right, bet. Whoa, Mowing's put $2 donation. Holy cow, guys. I can get a Busch Light tall boy on the way home. Drinks on Mowing's fun. Can we get some? Let's get some W's in the chat for the free Busch Light. Oh man, that's funny. I appreciate you, brother. Buy another phone just for the calls. I know I need to buy one just for the lives. Is what I need to do. Let's get some W's in the chat for the $2 donation. I'm glad it's fine now. We got 5 likes. Heck yeah, for the. Oh, we got. Is this another one? Oh my God, you're right. After what do you want to call it? After YouTube takes its cut, I needed that second 199 in order to actually get that tall boy. That's funny. Noah, hello. I wish this phone actually is my work phone from through the farm, so I don't even pay for this one. We keep our super top secret spray recipes on it, so it's some collateral information. But what is this? Where? But you know what I need? Noah, hello. I need my what do you call it? My guy. I messaged the Discord. I need my people. Why can't I think of it? What do you call it? What do you call it? I can't remember. Moderator, my mods. Your in-laws have a chicken coop. What I meant by me and my family will be in the snow is we're planning, we'll be in the snow. I see. Plenty of snow there. That's good. I'm glad you cleared that up for me. Thought you meant you guys didn't have any, and I would be willing to share some with you. Jelly, in-laws, a chicken coop. What up in flames? Lost the. Jesus. Oh, so you guys ate good the next night then? You had a lot. So you guys had some barbecue chicken for dinner? Yeah, I'm looking for Justin. Justin's nowhere to be found. Nowhere to be found. I gotta find that link too, you guys. We have a Discord where all of all of my top friends from the lives, we all hang out, post pictures about what we're doing. It's a great little community. You can get to via Discord. It is free. You join the Pomes and Stones Discord. We all hang out. I post on there pictures, updates. I usually send a message there but before I go live, or I ask if I should go live, see what everybody's doing. So I have some people to hang out with. Wow, that was a big hill. Oh, this looks suspicious. Anything in here? Just dirt. Just a pile of dirt. We're moving trees, yes. Miss the snow. Only snows once every 5 years. Where's this at? Where are you at, Donnie? I see some water in the background on your profile. We have some really beautiful lakes here in Michigan where I'm from. We have some really blessed with some gorgeous lakes. I think we have the number 3 ranked most beautiful lake in the world, I think, by National Geographic. It's just a stone's throw away from where I'm at right now. Torch Lake, Michigan. We have hard limestone bottoms in our lakes here, so the water is crystal clear like the Bahamas. Noah, we are taking some trees out. This is a chunk of land that we had purchased a couple of years ago. And right in the middle of the farmland here, they did some clear cutting for logging. And so they didn't take the stumps out, just cut it. And as the years have gone on now, there are plenty of sucker trees and old stumps and just a bunch of BS that has grown into here. So my job is to kind of sift through, save anything that's worth saving, like a maple tree that we could transplant. Or we just pile them up and burn them. So these are all weird this looks like a little old cherry tree, but we don't have any of those planted right here. So our goal is to kind of clean up all this land, all this scrub, all these vines, trees, rocks, clear it up. We'll disc all this up and plant apple trees next fall. And plant apple trees. You should Eastern North Carolina. I was just in Raleigh for a business meeting with a sponsor for my podcast for 2026. I was just in Raleigh. Just did a little business trip. It's really snowing where I am. Maybe storm. Yeah, we live right next to Lake Michigan. The town that I'm in is kind of, you can call it like a coastal town. And we have really cold nights and the water is open, bays in the lake. We get this cool thing called lake effect. And so almost like they can't even predict exactly how much snow you're going to get because it just kind of continuously falls. They can only predict about how long it'll happen based on temperatures and pressures and wind. But sometimes it's nothing. Sometimes it's 10 inches. And then we get the storms every once in a while that come across the northern chunk. Then we get the usual suspects, the storms and the other stuff. And that's when we do some snow plowing streams. People really get into those. Ow. That's where I just put my phone on the dash of the truck and we just push snow. Aromatic Coffee's out of Raleigh. Best coffee and beans around, really. I unfortunately only had some hotel room coffee. That's all I had. You're 2 hours from Raleigh, 5 minutes from the ocean. Nice. Why are you? What is that supposed to mean, Stan? Why am I what? Why am I live? Why am I in the snow? Why am I pulling trees out? Why did I make a YouTube channel? Why am I subjecting myself to a snow angel in exchange for likes on a live? I don't know. Where are you? This is Michigan. Northern Michigan. Why am I the way I am? I ask myself that a lot. My wife asks me that a lot. Why are you the way you are? And I say, you know what? Yeah, that's just, I've been the exact same. Oh man, Hampton Beach, very nice. I live in a town called Traverse City, Michigan. Now I'm gonna do a classic Michigander thing. We call ourselves Michiganders, by the way. So I'm gonna tell you guys a Michigan thing, and I'm gonna show you exactly where I live without using a regular map or telling you to pull out your phone. So I want everyone to take a second, and I want you to look at your right hand with your palm facing your face, right? Palm up. You're looking at your right hand. Now imagine that Michigan looks like this hand, right? Because it looks like a hand, the state does. So where your pinky finger touches your ring finger on your right hand, that is where I live, up there. Right in that little corner. Beautiful town. Traverse City, Michigan. I live in a little bit of a smaller, I live in Traverse City, but my farm is just north of that town. Um, Actually, we have farms all over the state and across 5 counties. But the home farm is up here in a little town north of Traverse City. We farm about 3,000 acres of cherries. Stick says, get to work. That equipment's 180 an hour. You know, this old dinosaur. Ooh, I have a game. I have a game for the chat. Do I do this every day? Sometimes, mostly in the winter. And if I do it every day, we are live right here. So don't forget to subscribe if you haven't, so you get notified when we go live. We've had a lot of fun doing this in the past. We had some streams where we had 300,000 to 400,000 people over like a 5-hour period hanging out, watching us pull trees out and chatting. That was fun. This is where I met a lot of the OGs like Jelly in the past, is doing stuff like this. If you saw my right hand, you'd know the map thing would not work. Well, I guess it doesn't work if you're missing your pinky and your ring finger. It'll just look like I'm out in the water. But I have a game for everybody. This machine, very old. Um, Very old. I don't even know what year it is, but like all the pins need to be replaced. It's pretty much only useful for what we do here. Hi, Adam. What's going on? Adam Stanley, welcome. It's pretty much only good for a farmer, because if you had to do any kind of touch work with this, like an excavation company, you would not want to be using this machine to complete a task like that. So my question to you guys, everybody put your guesses in the chat. Guess how many hours this machine has. I have the hour meter right here. I'll show you guys afterward. Assuming that the hour meter is correct, which based on what it says, I'm guessing it is. Put your guesses down in the comments. Put your guesses in the comments. How many hours does this POS have? $50,000. That would be absolutely insane. 404. Welcome back, brother. 50,000. I'll give you guys a hint. It is not 50,000. That would be insane. Ooh, we're getting into some stumps. Some of these older stumps, there's not like, that's a whole tree stump, but it doesn't have any roots attached to it just because of how old it is. And you can tell, very old, very old. Hello, brother. It looks like a Casa. Oh, case. No, it is a Hitachi. Hitachi 160. 8,000, 12,000, 3,500. The real deal for real. There's some folks coming out of the woodwork. DJ Davis, welcome. 8,000, 9,500. Jelly, I feel like you should know this. I feel like you should know this. We've played this game before. Does everybody have their bets in? I'll give you guys another 3 minutes to get your guesses in. Kubota. Agenda says 8,234. A Kubota? No, this is a Hitachi. a Hitachi, which I found out that they are essentially the same as a John Deere. Very similar to the John Deere build. What type of engine? I don't know actually what the size of the engine is. I'll tell you what, it runs on oil and diesel. Runs on oil and diesel. Is that snow? Adam says, yes, 4,000 hours. Wow, that thing's awesome. Luke, I wouldn't say it's awesome. There's much nicer ones. This one is like bottom of the chain. Like the seat's all blown out. I don't even have a window on one side. The the top hatch blows open in the wind. So sometimes when I get back in it after a while, the seat's wet because it was out in the rain. Like that's a tough look. Most operators would not do that. Eric, welcome. Hello. What state is this? This is Michigan. It's manly. It's manly. Yeah, dude. We're doing guy shit. We're doing guy shit on the channel. We're manly as hell. We hate the environment. Love fracking. Just kidding. I love the environment. I'm a farmer. You have to be good stewards of the land in order for the land to take care of you. That was a joke. That was from a Shane Gillis bit. 3,000 hours. We have one more minute to get your guesses in on how many hours the old girl has. I'll show you guys the windows. There's no window. The bottom window's been broken, so it's been replaced with like some crappy plexiglass. And when it rains, it comes right in and shoots the water kind of down onto your boots. It's a tough look. It is a tough look. Unionized operators would refuse. Oh yeah, I am not on the top of the seniority list. Hey, you're making money with the old machine. Yes, we don't have to rent it, so that's good. Paul, oh, look who it is. Paul's back. It's good to see you, buddy. Get more dirt out of that brush. I know it. Well, if I actually had a tree that had a root system, I would absolutely get some more dirt out. But for the most part, what's going to happen is we're going to pick these trees back up and then put them into a big pile. So that's when we do most of the shaking. Right now, I'm just trying to, as quickly and efficiently as I can, lay some trees down, go grab another one, and go back. That's a stump. I don't want that stump yet. We'll get that after the trees, if I can. Oh, stump's going to come out at the same time. You got to be quicker than that. Jelly, it looks like 7 more likes, and our old Pomes and Stones is going to do a snow angel. What did we do last time? Once we hit, were you watching this live stream where I said if we got to 6,000 subscribers, that I'd dive into this snowbank? That was last winter. No, it wasn't. That was in like April, I think. Let me rephrase that. I think that was in April. Oh, yeah, the old stumps, they just kind of just crumble apart. You got to be real careful. You got to have a little touch, boys. A little touch. Aloha, 75 and warm. 75 and warm in Hawaii. That must be nice. That is much. I love what you do for the environment. Keep it up. I appreciate that. We grow some really nice Honeycrisp apples. We grow a bunch of different varieties of cherries. We make cherry juice, cherry concentrate. It's sold in like 40-something states. We do a lot of cool things on our farm. How you doing, man? We're good, brother. We're good. All right, guesses are in. Guesses are in now for how many hours the old girl has. Let's see. I don't think actually somebody was much closer. Is this Michigan? Somewhere near Gaylord, Traverse City. We are about an hour from Gaylord. Whoever said 12,000, I think was the closest. Let me get the 12,000 because it is 14K. Look at, here's the window. You can get your, look, I get my hand out. And then over here, I don't even have this window. What's the brother supposed to do? I just got the heat cranking 24/7. You're in Tennessee. I have a cousin who lives in Tennessee. Oh, it's four. He says, "Hey, quick! It's 14.1." Oh, looks like we have a winner. He's right on the dot, folks. Oh no, I should have. I knew I should have put 100 on that for a snow angel. That's some BS. That's the only reason you guys are hanging around. You're just trying to see if I'm going to follow through on what I said. I'm going to be cold though. Wow, I sliced that tree right in half. I'm going to be cold though. You sons of bitches. I didn't want to do it. Well, here we go. Hopefully I don't lose an AirPod out there. Oh! Jesus. Who left that hole there? That's some... Oh my God. I don't have gloves on or nothing. It's so chilly. All right, does everyone see it? It's actually not too... Oh, it just went up the shirt. Whew. Ah. Whew. Chilly. Wow. There's 50 likes. Good man. Man of his word. 67 likes, and he'll do another snow angel. That was a lame snow angel. You want to come up here and do one yourself? It's freezing. I'll do it. Yeah. The only way I'm doing another one, I'll do a face first. I'll do a face first snow angel for a $50 donation. That's the last time I'm getting in the snow. Did you guys see me eat shit in that hole in the ground that I found? This is what you got to watch out when you're playing in the snow, dude. You don't see what's actually underneath. Face first snow angel for $50 donations. How about that? Doesn't have to be one. $50 total. We're at $3.98 this stream. That's the only way. How do I send a donation? I don't even know. Is there a little money button somewhere? Guys, we also have a membership program where you can get access to my videos, my weekly videos early. Maybe we'll do some members only live streams. You can come join the Discord. That's also another thing we do. It's kind of just getting to be a lot of prickers. What do you want to call them? Not a pricker, a vine. $1,000 and I'll eat the yellow snow. That's messed up. There's a huge high spot right there I want to flatten out because our disc doesn't really do that great of a job of like filling in a hole. Nikki, what's up? Welcome to the live stream. Welcome to the live stream where we're doing snow angels. We're taking donations for snow angels. I'll provide the yellow. Thank you. So very gracious of you to offer that as a nice supply. You can't see me, that's right. Because people want to see what this is doing, not what I'm doing. Do I know anybody named Gabriel Clear or any of the Clears? No, I do not. I do not know who those folks are. I need to get some of this stuff here. Where are they from? Where are they from? Hey, if you guys also want to do me a huge favor, I also have a TikTok and an Instagram under, I think you search Pomes and Stones, just like the YouTube name here at the bottom. Drop a follow on the other channels. Help a brother out. We're trying to gain some awareness here on multiple platforms. Don't be afraid. I know you guys all have them. Got the gram. You're going to have little trolls in here. You know, I might. We actually found an old silo. We were ripping some trees out on the, it's almost directly across from where I'm at, through the tree line right here. And we went over there and we were working on the other side because there was like piles of old brush and logs that we were putting on the fire first. And I came across an old silo, like the bottom of one, where it was all stone, a big stone circle. Bro, you have 59 likes. Do a snow angel. I did. You had to be here. Nobody did a screen record or a screenshot for a brother? All right. Just this little tree over here. I guess I should probably change what that says now, huh? That way people don't get confused. Sorry. You know what? You should be. Unbelievable. I'm just playing with you. Warning, don't eat the yellow snow. Very true. How you know it's not lemonade flavored? Just a guess. How do I get rid of this? Wow. Who said no? Who said no? Who voted no? I like that guy. Or girl. We're equal opportunity viewer on this channel. Should we start another poll? What should we do? Here we go. This is always a good one. All right, here's our next one. Sadie said no. You hate to see it. How do I know it's not flavored? Oh, it's a lemonade. Lemonade's good, though. I love a good lemonade. Oh, that's a rough start right off the bat. That's a rough start. A lot of big Android fans out there. Tell me your reasoning. Is it everyone that's not from the States? Because I think that iPhone is really only super popular in the United States, right? Do I ever find any native artifacts in here? I have not, but they would sure have to stick out a lot for me to see them while I'm swinging around in this old dog. You know what I mean? Money, money, money. $10 a.m. to 2 on Friday. How am I going to make that work? I have to figure out how to make that podcast work. 10 to 2. We have the head of the Michigan State Horticulture Research Center for our area, is my next guest on the podcast, and we've been trying to find a date to line up um, to talk about all things specialty crops, um, as far as apples and cherries go. And we've had to reschedule, and she's got time on Friday from 10 to 2. I'll have to text the boys. We're going to have to make that happen. Money, I told you guys, a $50 donation, and I'll do a face first uh, snow angel. Face first for $50. $50 no holla. Face in the snow. My beard will probably be covered in it. The, the features on your Samsung. Oh, hell no. Does anybody have one of those new phones that like flips open? It's like the size of a book. I feel like I would crush that sitting down. And thank you so much for joining. I appreciate you. Make sure you're subscribed so you get notified next time we go live so you can come hang out with everybody. This has been a great live stream already. This has been significantly better than the last couple I did. It's always nice when you get some nice folk who like to chat, ask a little questions, have a little fun. How about 70 likes? Can you do another snow angel? No, that's too close. That's 5 likes away. I don't know any better, but would it be easier to grade it if you had a brush hog? Well, we have a brush hog, but there's rocks, stumps, old giant logs in the ground still. There's one right behind the bucket to the left. It's kind of behind the pole. I guess you can't see it. Some of it's too big. There's full-size maple trees in here. Well, there were. We already took them out. You can actually see them, us taking out massive trees on my last long-form video on the channel. We tackled some monsters. We had to have our payloader out here. With this, I dug all the way around it, and then we pushed and pushed and pushed and pushed and finally popped it out. That was pretty cool. That was pretty fun. Pack up some snow. Fine. How about 80 likes for another snow angel? I told you, it's cold out. It's got to be $50. Nothing's free in this world anymore. Maybe for 150 likes. If we get 150, we're doing something right. Whoa, look at that stump. That's a whole stump. Let's see if we can get underneath it. Having a hydraulic thumb on an excavator doing this is like top tier. I can't imagine doing it without one. Look at that. Did you mean to say pickup snow? Oh, iPhone's making a comeback, guys. Come on, where my iPhone folks at? Oh, guys, look at 69. 69. 69 likes. That's it. We got to shut the stream off. We got to 69. That's our favorite number here. Thanks for stopping, everybody. We'll talk to you guys later. In 69, dude. This is like 7th grade live stream. So funny. So funny. Can I see the top? Let's see today's top fans. Mowing is fun. DJ Davis and Donnie. Those are the top fans so far. Mowing is 275 points. Mowing's fun. Uh-oh. Oh, we're all over the place with the votes. Who's changing? Who's going back and forth? I can't read the stats when it's changing so fast. And I made it so tiny because before it was blocking everything. Nobody's given me a valid reason for why they like Android or iPhone better. I said, change my mind. No one said a thing. They just say Droid better. Apple sucks. Those aren't reasons. I need to be convinced, folks. Convince a brother. Come on. Who's saying hi? Hey, he's back. What's going on, brother? Look at everybody's coming out. Everybody's showing out. Oh, this is a little. We got a little bush here, and not like the type of bush from the '70s. You know what I'm saying? Cheaper. How about 80 likes another snow angel? You're too close. Maybe 150 likes. I'll do another snow angel. We're gonna try and grade this off. Make sure there's nothing else in here. I was supposed to be running our mini excavator today because we were supposed to dig up an old hydrant. So on our farm, we own a bunch of houses as well that we either keep for our own labor come summertime when we need extra cherry pickers and apple pickers, or we rent it out to the community. And we have one of them that's like a horse farm, right? So this farm has this lady has a bunch of horses there right now, and one of the horses knocked into one of the wells. So I have to dig it up and put a new well in underneath where it's cracked, because now the weather is getting cold, things are freezing, and you don't want frozen pipes, folks. And if you live somewhere cold, you know that that's a big, big no-no. But she didn't move any of the horses out of the pen where we're supposed to be digging, and I don't want to get kicked in the back of the head, so we're waiting for tomorrow. Do I like stray kids? No. Have I ever dug to China? No. Channel is a good idea. Might not think it, but people want to see this stuff, hear stories, as much as other want to hear ASMR stuff for some reason. Hey, that's really why I did it. When I started it, it was just to bring more, what do you want to call it? I wanted to bring more attention to the specialty crops. Because you can look on YouTube and you can find yourself all of these big row crop farmers that have YouTube channels, and they talk about things that are hurting their industry, how you can support the industry. They show that farmers aren't out here doing, how farmers aren't doing anything bad. We're trying to be good stewards of the land. And there's never been a time where people have cared more about learning where their food comes from. And so I said, you know what? Nobody's doing that for apples and for cherries mostly. There's some people doing it for apples. But I said, you know what? No one's doing it for cherries. And we are one of the largest cherry growers in the country, in the United States. And we have a national retail brand. And I said, we have a great story to share, whether it's our farm, or our retail brand and our vertically integrated group of companies. And I said, you know what? I'm just going to pull the trigger. I bet on myself that I could do it. Now, I'm not saying that my very first YouTube video was any good. I absolutely cringe when I go back and watch it. It's brutal. I'm like, hey, everybody, if anybody out there watching, it had like 10 likes or 10 views. And I was like, literally nobody's watching. You just have this like weird thought that like you're just going to record yourself and be good at YouTube. Very difficult. And I'm not saying I'm even good at it now, but I feel like I've come a long way. And then one day we started operating this while we were taking out some pine trees last year. I said, you know what? I'm just going to go live. See if anybody's interested in watching me rip out. But I mean, the pine trees were huge. And that was super fun and kind of worked into like a super nice community of nice folks that come and watch me do lives and then watch my other videos and join the Discord. And we have a really great group of regular viewers that we keep in touch with all the time. And I've gotten a lot of cool opportunities. I just got flown to a different state just for a meeting, all expenses paid. like work trip for the podcast portion of the YouTube channel. Like never in a million years. I don't know if anybody listens to Farm for Profit. It's the number 4 podcast in all of Spotify, and it's all about agriculture. And I talked to a couple of the guys. I talked to one of the guys from there for like an hour. I got a lot of cool advice, and never did I think that any of that was going to happen. And that's all because of nice folks like you guys. Take some R&D. You'll find a good way of going about making videos, listening to constructive criticism. You know, one thing that I heard one time that's kind of stuck with me, I keep thinking about it all the time, is why would you care about the opinion of somebody that you wouldn't ask advice from? And I said, you know what? If you keep your mindset on that, why would you care about the opinion of somebody that you wouldn't ask advice from? That's like everybody on the internet almost, right? There's always a Karen out there that wants to get you canceled for something you said or mistakes the way that you bring about a story or something and wants to turn it into a negative because that's the way the culture was. And I think that's BS, but I just love that quote. It's stuck with me ever since I heard it. If you just run your life like that and don't let your snickering friends, it's only cringe when you make videos until it's not cringe. That Civic sent 100 what though? Is that a Ruby? I don't know how the Rubies work. Ann's back. What's up? Oh my God, iPhone's taking a plunge, chat. iPhone's taking a plunge. What else should we talk about? What else should we talk about? Does anybody else have any topics? Any topics for conversation? A controversial thought that we can discuss while we're at work? So we've made it one pass across the field already. I need to finish filling this hole in with some of this dirt, looks like. Try and keep that same grade, and we'll just pull that top stuff off. You made a snow cone from the snow outside. Is it yellow? Is it yellow? Why do you want a controversial thoughts? Are you CIA? No. No. I just like having something to talk about while we're streaming. Is Ryan Upchurch on drugs? No clue who that is. No clue who that is. Is that somebody I should know? I don't do much besides farm, make a couple YouTube videos, and do a little podcasting. And doing little podcasting. He is. I'll save you the time. I appreciate you. I appreciate you looking out for me then. Oh. Drone footage of the farm in the future. I do actually in the last couple videos. I actually do have shots of the farm. I think I have a big drone shot of the apple farm. See, we're spread out across so far that I can never get. It's just kind of based on the projects. We have a lot of really nice lakes, like I mentioned earlier here, and our apple farm is like directly in between the two of them. So if you look at the last video where I'm running this machine, you can see the lakes in it. Beautiful shot of the vacant land here that we had another farmer doing some cover crop on it. They did corn, soybeans, not soy. They didn't do beans here. They did corn. They did corn, sunflowers, and then they finish off with oats because it leaves the dirt relatively smooth, and we don't do any row crop ourselves. So we always lease out vacant land that we don't have more apple or cherry trees for right away. And that's good too. You give the soil a break and you get to add a lot of organic matter back into the soil, especially with corn. Jeff, have you ever gotten stuck in deep mud? No, I've actually done a pretty good job of staying away from that for the most part. Done a pretty good job staying away from that. There was a pond last year that I was cleaning up around the outside of, and I did test it a little bit. I had to pull myself out, but that's just a normal thing. It's kind of like pulling the machine up a hill and using the bucket as like a crutch to get into, or to to help the machine pull itself out when it can't work its way out on the tracks. Woof! That almost hit me. That would not have been a good one. Oh! Whoa. Usually I have some. Usually I come across a Karen or two that operates these pieces of equipment for like a living, and they love to tell me everything I'm doing wrong. But I'm also just a farmer doing this like maybe a week out of the whole year continuously. So it's like, dude, lay off. I'm not trying to dig a foundation for a house. I'm just ripping trees out of the ground. Like, fuck, give it a rest. God damn. God damn. Guys, again, thank you for all the support. If you're enjoying what you're seeing and enjoying hanging out, please double tap the screen. Don't be shy to subscribe. It's free, doesn't cost you a dime. And we have a Discord for those people that really want to stay in touch and get notified when we do other stuff. We do have a couple deer inside this fence. This whole 300, 400 acres of orchard is inside a fence that goes, it's like an 5, what is it? Not 8. It's like 5.2 miles of fence. And we have a couple deer that have snuck in. And so I've been waiting and waiting for someone to come shoot them because what they do is they eat the new growth off of the trees. So as you can imagine, that is not good when you're trying to grow an apple or a cherry tree, and the deer only eat what grew new in the last year. So it would have been like the whole summer of growing the trees, spending the money on the fertilizer, taking care of them, pruning, all of the labor for nada, for zero. In case you guys don't speak Spanish, nada means nothing. Sometimes I crack myself up. Sometimes I crack myself up, I'm not gonna lie. Sometimes I'm funny, I'm telling you. How old is the farm? Okay, let's answer a question here. How old is the farm? What are the property corners made of? Stone, old axe, iron stakes in the corners usually. We always have our land surveyed before we start doing a fence project. You can kind of see it just above the survey. You can see the posts every 30 feet. That's the deer fence. And so every time we put one of those up, we got to be really sure that we don't put one on a neighbor's farm because it's pretty impressive how fast people get upset with what you're doing. Or my favorite is how upset people get. How much weight can that thing pick up? What does it say? Lift capacity. It's too rusted off. I can't read it. It picks up a lot. It depends on where you're holding the weight, right? So if I have the weight this far away, like where the arm's at, it's not going to pick up as much. But if I bring it closer to me, I can pick a lot of weight up. It's just like physics. Even a farmer has to do some physics every once in a while. Chat. Even a farmer. Yes, they eat all my apples. Yes, they're not a good pest to have on a fruit farm. So we have to have someone that's going to come out here and take care of them because once they're in the fence, it's trouble. Once they find a place to live, which is kind of like this, where we have like a wooded area, they can find some shelter in here. And then once they get their hands on some water, they're happy as a clam. Sometimes you'll see one buck in here that, you'll catch. We have a lot of farms. So every once in a while, you'll see a buck that's stuck inside with like 6 does. And you just know that that guy's just having the time of his life, dude. Dude's just out here slaying. You live in the American dream out here, playing in the great outdoors. Thank you. I love that pimping. Pimping out. Big pimping. Love this channel. I appreciate you. Thank you. You can have a mark the points on the line. You're so scared you lost your earphone. Hey, don't be afraid of your old man. Yeah, after we get it marked, we put metal T stakes. Oh, there's something right here that I didn't see. Let's see what we can get ourselves into. Guys, can we get to 100? Can we do 100 likes? Can anybody get me a sub count too? Does it tell you guys what my subs are at? I'm interested to see how many new friends have subbed to the channel today. I am, because he's abusive. I recorded the entire family eating your apples. That's not a good look. That's not a good look. I don't really see them eating the apples. They're mostly into the greenery. They're mostly into the greenery. But we have a trail cam out here in one of the corners of the farm that's sitting on the high density apple trellis. And they've been pretty active the last couple days. Yeah, my dad's actually abusive. Well, you may want to get some help with that. You may want to get some help with that, I guess. I don't know. People take for granted how hard farming is. I would say that. I think farming is a very difficult way to live. It's not always the most fruitful. But in the long run, it's a very fulfilling lifestyle. I get to see stuff start from nothing and turn into much more. And you kind of take care of it all the time. There's a lot of good people out in agriculture, still farming, still making a good living, doing what we're doing here. Hold on, I got to write a pot. Stop destroying land. Oh my God. Stop destroying God's land. By taking out all of these little junky trees, all I'm doing is additionally planting triple the amount of trees per acre here. Therefore, restoring the balance. Don't worry. Don't worry. We're taking good care of the land. Don't worry. Don't you worry. All right, is it frozen or are you guys back? And we should be back. You guys back? Oh, look at that. Justin finally showed up. Justin. Justin. But as I was just talking about the deer, I think I got a guy now who is calling me because I'm sure he wants me to drive my truck around to try and force these deer out into the open? Is this my job or yard work? A little bit of both, I guess you would say. A little bit of both. Yes, this is my job, and also we are clearing this out to be able to plant more fruit trees here in the future. So yes, I'm getting paid to pull these trees out. It's also very fun. It's not even like work, and I get to hang out with you fine folks. A little bit of both, but I'm gonna have to help this guy try and flush these deer out so that we can make sure that we get them out of here. So I'm gonna have to shut the live stream down. But if you guys join the Discord, you will be able to see the picture I'll post if he shoots them. A couple dead deer will go a long way. And before you don't get all worked up, yes, rifle season maybe all is it over? I think rifle season might be over in Michigan, but we get special permits from the DNR due to the damage that they cause. So, guys, thank you again for hanging out. This has been another blast of a live stream. Don't forget to subscribe. You got a couple more seconds. You got a couple more seconds to sub before we shut it off, so you guys can get notified when we go live again. We do this as frequently as I am in this machine or any other job that I can chat with you guys while I am working. So, with that being said, you guys, everybody, thank you. 85 likes. That is fantastic. We've come a long way. I appreciate all the time, all the donations from mowing. Mowing is fun. A lot of brand new friends we've made. Do me a favor. Go check out a long form video from that I posted before. Put a comment down. Say you came from the live. I want to know what you guys are watching, what you guys think. Please comment on one of those videos so I know that you guys are checking that out. We do apples, cherries. We have our own bee operation. We are an apiary company where we do all of our own pollination on our farm. All very cool things. Justin just put the link to the Discord down there. Click on that. It's the Pomes and Stones server. You guys can like us on this. Follow me on TikTok, on Instagram. Please help me out. I'm trying to boost the numbers on all the platforms. So again, thank you guys very much for watching. This is a very fun stream. I'm glad to be back. And we'll catch you guys next time.